All right, guys, I want to welcome you back to the Draken Station podcast. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Season 1 is in full effect. We have all 10 episodes. Go check it out. If you guys have any questions, hit us in the comment below. We are now in season 2.
Sir.
And I actually want to welcome back Jaime, the thriller from Manila.
That is I. I am here with Shawn and Joe. And Shawn is actually a good friend of mine. He's a former world champion kickboxer. Mm-hmm. He's got his own school now, so Yacoubian Muay Thai Academy. And he actually has got into promoting, and he's got his own kickboxing shows as well prior to COVID. So hopefully, once this is all over, we can continue helping Shawn out with his shows.
Definitely. Shout out to Draken Security for being a #1 sponsor.
Yeah, man.
2 shows in a row, almost three shows, but the COVID got us. We're out. I mean, we struck out, but we're not done. We're not done,
man. The world just shut down. What are you gonna do? We're part of the world.
Yeah.
We can't. It's not something we can help. We can only mitigate it. But Shawn, tell us a little bit about how you started in the martial arts and kickboxing, and how you kind of got to that level where, you're probably not even 1% of the population that's achieved world championship status.
Yeah.
I remember watching you on TV.
Yeah, those were the good old days. There's a lot still I wanted to accomplish. I don't know if I'm done now. I don't know if I'm retired. I'm coming off of several injuries over the last 3 years, but 2015 was the last time I competed. So I basically got into the sport because I was a young child with anger issues and needed more discipline. So my parents knew of a family friend of theirs who knew a guy who actually trains. And this guy's name's Vince Murdaco. He actually, Tony Travis was the one who put us in touch with Vince Murdaco. Vince actually was training at the world famous Benny the Jet's Jet Center in Van Nuys.
Yeah.
At the time, I'm talking about 1994 or so, right? I believe. So I went up to, I met Vince for the first time. And Vince is like, hey, what are you going to do if this happens? What are you going to do if that happens? I'm talking like self-defense scenarios. And every answer I gave him was wrong. So he basically showed me like, I can kick your ass right here, right now. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, wow, this is cool. Like, can you show me how to do that? And he's like, yeah. So that's when I started doing privates with him. And then he was actually he was in the movie business as well. I think he was like a North American kickboxing champion at the time. And so he was getting into movies. He had already done movies, and he was shooting his own, the movie that he was going to star in. So he got really busy to the point where he's like, hey, looks like you're taking a liking to this. You want to continue? Why don't you go to the same gym I'm going to, which is the Jet Center in Van Nuys. It was on near Victory in Van Nuys at the time. And next thing you know, I started going over there.
Yeah, I remember the Jet Center. I actually went there more than once as a child. Because I'm too local to the area, and I wish the Jet Center never got destroyed during the earthquake.
Yeah,
it's like that was the place that you would go if you were a kickboxer.
Definitely.
Everyone from around the world knew the Jet Center.
Is it still open?
No, Northridge quake took it out.
Oh, so this is way back.
Yeah, way
96-ish, 94.
If you want to get into stories, we can be here all night. But
dude,
yeah,
and what people don't get is that at the time, people trained old school. Like, when you sparred, you didn't train with pads a lot of the time because like they wanted you to sort of feel like what it was like to
build up your shins also.
Yeah.
But growing up, you find out there's many different ways to build up your shins. Old school way is, shin on shin contact. I don't know about how hard you go, but yeah, there was a lot of talk.
They don't roll like bamboo on it.
It was funny because the word on the street at the time I was like 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, get Coke bottles and run it up and down your shin, or a bamboo stick, roll it up and down your shin. I forgot what other stuff was going on. And then later on, you kind of just figure the best way to toughen up your shin is to kick a heavy bag. That's like, it's filled. It's filled with good stuff, not like the cheap stuff that starts falling apart.
You want to gradually build it up, right? You don't want to.
You need to gradually build it up because
Which takes time, Joe.
everything takes time. Nothing happens overnight.
Yeah.
Just
So how long like you would think average to build up a good shin?
I don't know, man. Like 3 years maybe.
Oh man, that's not enough. I think, man.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be doing 3 years every day at the gym. Like,
But
if
who's
you
gonna do all this stuff 3 years if it's
Hey.
nobody cares? You know.
Somebody's doing it.
Yeah, I mean, the people who are doing it are in it. I'm
Yeah.
talking about like average people who want to go there and build up their shin. They're not gonna go like, oh, I gotta go build up my shin today. It's not like it's like pumping iron or whatever, you know. Like nobody has those goals.
The drive, man. The drive.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you must be really wanting to kick someone in the head with your shin.
Yeah.
Doing that, man.
I don't know. I liked it. I actually joined up with my brother, and we started doing karate. And then I would always look over at the kickboxing class. I'm like, hey, that looks pretty cool. And then the boxing. And then shortly after, I just stopped. I stopped doing karate, and I tried the weapons class. I tried boxing. I tried kickboxing. And I took a liking to kickboxing, and I started taking the classes then. And little by little, I started to gradually, get better, because also I was doing privates along with the classes for the duration of that time. So I was doubling up because I liked it. And I learned a lot. I sucked really bad for like, let's say 3 years. But I was always training, getting my ass kicked, from sparring and pads or whatever it is, But it was funny because I actually saw myself get better sometime around the time when I was at Mark Parra's House of Champions. But that was already, I think...
I used to train there, man.
Shout out to Mark at House of Champions.
Shout out to Mark Parra. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shihan Mark Parra.
We're gonna get that.
I like that spot,
link.
man.
Put the
I
link
like
up
that
there.
spot. Yeah.
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 No, like and shout out to Mark because he too kind of, because of his place, sort of saved me. I remember when I joined, a few years ago, I was sort of in that weird place in my life.
Yeah.
I actually hadn't practiced martial arts for almost 10 years.
Right.
And I martial arts have always been my first love, and I was really just in a bad spot, and I went to Mark's and kind of slowly built my confidence back up, and started feeling good about myself again. Dude, I was already in my 30s.
House of Champions and just these types of gyms in general, they serve a huge purpose. It's not all about just fighting and everything. No. You find yourself, you find your purpose, you find your drive, or you go there with the drive and you play it out and you get to where you want to get to. It's a huge accomplishment because it's mind, body, soul. That's where the workout is.
Yeah.
You challenge yourself. It's a real challenge, and as long as everybody's cool, you could get there because people will be there to crush you also.
Yeah.
You go in there like, hey, oh shit, this guy really.
Well, when I was growing up, man, I grew up in a time when it was like just gym wars, right?
Yeah.
Smokers all the time because,
right.
I was practicing even before UFC started. I mean, old school Muay Thai kickboxing, old school, karate, old school Taekwondo, where it was like, you had to prove yourself. Like, for instance, like in Kyoshinkai, karate.
Yeah.
100-man
Kumite,
kumite.
yeah.
Legit, 100. It's 100 guys.
Yeah.
And only a handful of guys have ever really gotten through that.
Yeah.
And they're all trying to beat you up. I think it's like 1 minute round each.
Yeah. And you can hit below the neck or something, right?
Right.
Or below the chin. It's that's just great.
You might be good for the first 10 guys because that's 10 minutes.
I know.
But once you're at the 100th guy, man, that's already 100 minutes in.
Yeah. That's
minimum.
A lot of beating.
That's a lot of beating. And then what? You get your black belt, I think, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if it's the black belt. I think it's maybe the 2nd degree or something.
Yeah.
And the title, but it's brutal.
Yeah.
That's the time I remember those times. Like,
I just want to throw something out there. So when I first started watching MMA, and all I saw was guys on the ground holding each other, and I'm like, this is some bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, stand up, right? And then, anyways, and then my friend goes, dude, well, why don't you train? I'm like, where? He took me to House of Champions.
Yeah.
His name is John, by the way.
Yeah.
And then he takes me. I never knew how much cardio you
Right.
fucking need
Right,
to do
right.
that shit. And I have to throw this out there for people who don't know. The pain of them driving, like they don't tell you that. You don't see that on film, right?
You gotta experience
They
it.
fucking do these shit that fucks you up.
When they're on top of you, they
But from afar, you just
yeah.
think you just think you're just rolling around grappling,
Rolling
right?
around, yeah.
But the little moves they put on you,
You got elbows in your
yeah,
chest,
dude.
in your neck.
That shit hurts, man. And from that day on, much respect. I never talk any shit. It just comes to show what I know. I didn't know nothing, man.
right.
Well, when someone's chest heavy on you, like they know how to expand their chest and distribute the weight, it's heavy.
Yeah,
man.
like the full mount. You know how people tell you, don't if you get in a full mount, you're gonna be in heaps of trouble.
yeah.
And until someone sits on you,
You'll
then
never
you
know.
realize like
Yeah.
I can't move.
Right.
No, right? I'm only saying this because I'm amateur. Like I was watching it through baby lens, right? And I'm like, you don't understand it until it's put on you. And a lot of the moves they're teaching me, they have to put it on you first.
Yeah.
And then you realize, fuck, this shit is fucking painful. And they're not even going 100%.
No, you
Imagine,
can't.
imagine
You can't go 100%.
No,
You'll
but
get
but in a real fight, you're gonna go.
Yes.
You're gonna feel
Yes.
that move harder than I would feel because I'm learning it. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. But it was already hurting.
Yeah.
I can only and I learned really quickly. Like my pain threshold is sucky. Fuck that. You know, some people would just take a little more, like you said.
Right.
It wasn't me, dude.
Yeah,
So-
it's always better to watch people like on their feet. That's why, like, you know, but the ground game is very like, oh man, it's crazy. As long as they're doing something's happening. It is exciting to watch,
But
but nothing beats stand up.
I noticed too, and I don't know what UFC where I remember a lot of times they were on the ground on their backs,
Yeah,
right? And
right.
they're doing their moves. But now it's like, get up.
well, yeah. Now they
When did they start changing that? Like 5 years ago?
I don't know the exact year, but
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Definitely.
Because in the early stages,
Yeah.
they would get to the ground. One guy will be on his back, and
For
you
30
gotta
minutes.
avoid him kicking your face, right?
Right.
And then after a while, I guess the fans were like the fans who didn't understand, they're like, bullshit.
Right.
Well, you got to keep the fans happy no matter what.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you know, like even in boxing,
Because
like, the
they
guys
want
with the most
they want to
exciting
see the
guys.
stand up, you know.
Even in boxing, if they're holding too much, they'll break them apart.
Yeah.
No, and the exciting fighters get paid.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
even if a guy's undefeated, if his style is cheesy and his personality sucks, you know, so what? Like they want guys that will go in there, you know, with reckless abandon
Yeah.
and put butts in seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
you know, I mean, you don't want to watch a guy that's like, you know, just kind of boring and he wins his fights, but oh well.
Yeah.
You don't feel any passion for him.
Right.
You know?
Right.
When did you first win the world championship?
Well, let's see. 2000. It wasn't a world championship. It was a U.S. championship. 2003. I was fighting for Dennis Warner on the WCK show, and it was all title fights are 5 rounds.
Okay.
So it was a 5-round fight, and it was for USMTO belt or something like that, and it was like for welterweight, probably like at 147.
Man, dude, like I wish I could get down that low. Man,
You
nah,
know?
man.
You
I don't
know?
know. I don't know if I could ever.
Well, here's the thing, man.
Dude, man.
147, they're quick too, man. You're gonna get a lot of more.
When I started fighting, I was at 135, so
That-
I
that-
just went up.
135 is good, right? Because it's quicker, but the punches are not as heavy, right?
Yeah,
But they sting, right?
They sting. I know guys who can punch really hard.
But when you get to 147,
It's
Oh,
the best of
man.
all worlds. It's like
They
the
get
heavy hitters, and they got weight behind it.
yeah.
So, yeah, it's
Well, I remember
it's fun, even though it's a little dangerous or whatever. It's a fun thing.
when I was growing up, like in the 80s, I remember that the weight classes in kickboxing were sort of like wink, wink. If a guy's over by 10 pounds or 5 pounds, whatever, we have a show, put him on.
Yeah.
You know, like they weren't really strict back then. So you could potentially at the time be fighting a guy 10, 15 pounds heavier than you legit, you know?
Because of the fact that there's a lot of social media going on, and it's not like what we do here, only certain people know, the world knows. So when you this is when they started, like the commission started cracking down on things. Certain people got hurt. They'd come in and weigh in. The day of the fight, they'd be 20 pounds heavier. And they'd put a beating on the guy, and sometimes the guy goes into a coma and stuff like that. Then you hear 1, 2, 3 stories, 4 stories. Then they started making that thing tighter and tighter and tighter until now we have a little bit too much, but at the same time, it's for the safety of the fighters.
Yeah, you know, you gotta.
Well,
you gotta protect the
because you
fighters.
want us level the playing field, right? Right.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be fair if you win up a guy that's 15 pounds solid. Mm-hmm. There's a difference between, you know, he stands and what he really weighs, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, man. So when did you start your school?
I started the brand in 2014. I think it was like February, I think 2014. I had a couple of students, Joe and Stephanie Gonzalez. They were avid students of mine, always like very supportive. They were the ones who told me you should start your brand. I said okay. Finally, I just started the brand. The school, however, I was teaching out of a gym in I think it was Chatsworth or Cornell Park or something, and then I moved to another gym. I knew the owner of King's Combat Sports, Sir Louis Reyes. He had a gym that had Taekwondo, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu. Louis is a black belt under Jean-Jacques Machado, and he's a legit guy. He's a legit stand-up fighter too. So I actually knew him from, you know, around the way, and most of my students at the time wanted to get into grappling. So we didn't really have any grappling at the school that I was teaching at. So I decided to come over. Actually, my coach Rico Kane helped me with this idea. He said, "Hey, why don't you talk to Louis? Why don't you guys merge the Muay Thai together and get in on it?" And I said, okay. You know, at the time I said no, but then I was like, oh, all the students want to do jiu-jitsu, so why don't we just come in and just brand the Muay Thai. It'll be King's Combat Sports Style Taekwondo, Jean-Jacques Machado Jiu-Jitsu, and Yacoubian Muay Thai. And then I had a meeting with him. He was all for it. And then I brought over the students. Everybody loved it. It was a great vibe. The students were able to do Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai, and then everybody was happy. So it's been going great ever since.
Yeah, you've got a pretty decent following here.
Yeah.
Especially since you're local. You know, you're a local guy. You know, people know you. You've been here for 20 years.
Local, legit, and again, it's, you know, every gym is different. What everybody offers, you know. But I've been able to get to where I'm at because of the teamwork, because of the support, because of everybody who helped me get there.
Like, I think the biggest step was when you were starting doing the tournaments, not the tournaments, but the shows. The Yacoubian Muay Thai promotions.
Yeah.
Those are fun, man.
Yeah, they were definitely. Yeah.
I enjoyed those, man, because like they're the young guys, the hungry guys. Mm-hmm. You know, you get to see, man, who's coming up. You could, and you know, like if you've been doing it long enough, you could kind of see who's going to go places, right?
Yes, definitely.
And you know, like, wow, that guy's going to be a world champion. That guy's going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love seeing that part.
Yeah.
You
know? I always wanted to promote. I just never had the chance. I'm always doing like a million things, and
yeah.
I just felt like this is it, you know. Like I felt the vibe. It's all about the feeling, because in the end, it's the gate. You have an overhead. It costs you X amount of dollars to put this show on because of X, Y, Z, whatever. So you want to make sure you're going to make your money back. That's number one. So, and number two is making sure your own people are going to be having their opportunity to perform.
Yeah.
Because like I told you before, like about everyone comes to the gym for a different reason. Some are, you know, they're looking for the confidence, they're looking for the strength, they're looking for self-defense, they're looking to fight. So people, everybody, all of the above, maybe they want to take a fight for personal reasons.
Yeah.
And it's not like you're going against whoever in a huge fight right away. This was an opportunity for them to perform in front of in front of the fight fans and friends and family, and of course your the teammates. So I figured we have enough students that want to fight. We have enough support from this gym. I know enough people. I could make this stuff, and then it was just about, you know, selling tickets,
Yeah.
making sure there was enough people to come out and watch. So that's when you get into, giving commission out to all the fighters. If you give out percentages, then they sell more tickets, and then you got it.
I wouldn't do that. That's me. I'd be like, hey, you guys are going to work for free. You guys are going to fight for free because you're hungry.
Yeah.
I would pump them up somehow. I'd be like, hey, you got to prove it to yourself. Show it to your family. Will I get paid? No, dude. Why do you want to get paid?
Yeah.
You're doing this for you. And meanwhile, I'm raking in all the money.
Right. It's not too much money. It's like whatever, but I'm just saying, like, everything starts from a spot, and then again, I've been really blessed. The landlord over there was able to give us the venue. We were out in the parking lot, but all together we're talking about 10,000 square feet, inside, outside. It was pretty. It's a great venue. Parking is easy. Again, shout out to Draken Security for the sponsorship. For
the viewers and our future fans out there, where's the gym at? Where's your gym at?
It's on.
It's in the valley.
Yeah, it's in the valley in Chatsworth, near. It's near Nordhoff and DeSoto.
Oh yeah, I know where that is exactly.
Yeah.
Right off of Dearborn. It's a small street.
Cool.
It's an industrial area.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make sure we'll get the address up.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Jaime right here do some stuff.
Yeah. Actually, Shawn is actually probably gonna be one of the top trainers in the world too, because he's training these people.
Yeah.
So all the fighters you have, and I always tell people, man, like, the martial arts is, you always have to be a good example to your students because they imitate you.
Yeah.
Right. My martial arts instructor, primarily, who I've been with 20 years. I don't want to put his business out there, but he had a little shady background.
I see. Yeah.
And I remember once he saw me because I was acting crazy. I mean, I was gone. And he's like, man, he blamed himself. And I realized he blamed himself because I was with him for so long that I was a maniac. I was a maniac, completely out of control.
Right.
And he's like, man, if I had just been a better example. And that stuck with me. I'm like, oh crap. He actually blames himself for what happened to me. And I realized, I'm like, shit, and every time I try to train or I try to set a good example to whoever's watching, just be cool. Because like people will imitate you. Your students will imitate you and you won't even know it.
Right. Right.
So it's a big responsibility. I mean, this is something that's been handed down from generation to generation through thousands of years. Yeah. The martial arts instructor has always been well respected. Any culture. Right. Whether it's in Asia, North America, Europe. Yeah. If it's a martial arts instructor, no matter what they're teaching, there's a certain level of respect that guy has, and he has a certain level of responsibility. Yeah, definitely.
I've been really blessed to be training under Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham, Rick O'Kane, Crew Knockweed, and of course, all this wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Mark Parra.
Oh, absolutely. Think about it. Mark Parra, right, at House of Champions, all three of us.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
What are the odds of that?
He's changed so many lives, and he's gave everybody a platform for whatever it is that we're all doing now.
Yeah. And the philosophy behind it, dude.
Yeah.
But I wish that we could have a kickboxing show, but this COVID is just killing us.
Patience.
I know, but I'm just dying. I'm like, man,
eventually the COVID, it will stop killing because it's gonna kill everyone that it needed to kill.
Man, this is just crazy.
Yeah,
man.
I know.
God, I'm beginning to wonder if this thing is like genetically engineered. I'm like, you know what? This seems.
There's been talks.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. It's killing certain people.
Like the crazy part is, it's really hurting people financially.
Yeah.
Sooner than later. Like I don't think people have realized that, like, we're downtrending fast, and we're not gonna go back to being 3 months ago. Yeah. It's not. This is the new way of life.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Vince the other day. I said, how many deaths will America need to endure to finally say, yo, we need to step up? Like, we all gotta go do it together now, because this is getting out of hand. Because I get it when they say, well, more tests, more cases, right?
Well, yeah.
Correct.
Well, yeah, but also there's people that are going to get tested because they actually really, really feel sick.
Yeah.
Right? And to this day, we all have bits of information how we think it's being contracted, but none of us really freaking know.
Yeah.
Right? And there's so much mixed information out there, and people are gonna believe what they want to believe. But I feel we need to pick a plan, and we all have to do it together.
Yeah.
Because we went from closing borders to them closing borders on
Yeah.
Yeah, U.S. passport's worthless now. You travel, I travel, dude. Like,
So we can't travel right now. As of right now, we can't go anywhere.
no,
Europe
no,
doesn't want us.
A friend of mine just came back from Mexico.
I think Mexico has like a weird exemption, like you know.
Okay.
But as far as like Europe goes, hell no. South America, hell no.
Canada.
Canada, even Canada cut us off.
Yeah.
The only place I think Americans could travel fairly securely is
Within the States.
yeah, within the States and like the Bahamas or something.
But you know what's funny? So when you look at the heat chart, you look at all like China where it started, and you look at Japan, you look at Korea, but then you look at America, it's just red.
Yeah. Right.
Like
The whole thing, man.
Like I know the Republicans want Americans to be red, but I don't think like that. You know what I mean?
No, dude, I feel trapped, man. And you know, anyone who knows me knows I travel. That's what I do.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, dude, I feel like I'm trapped, man. You know what I mean? I got stuff to do, dude. And
Yeah.
you know,
And
things
Shawn-
keep getting pushed back.
And Shawn says he knows people around the world, dude, and
Yeah.
like how do they see us Americans
Yeah.
handling it, dude? If you want to share, you don't have to. You don't want
no,
to. It's
I'm
cool.
good. I'll pass
All right,
on.
yeah. All right.
He's gonna pass the football. You know what? Then I'll take it. I'll take the football then. A lot of my friends in other countries think that we're absolutely out of our minds.
No.
Yeah, they're like,
listen,
dude, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
You know, like what the hell? Like we're hearing all this fucking shit. They think, well, their media is portraying the U.S. as like it's going down. This is like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The U.S. is in a tailspin.
Yeah.
Is the word from their media.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, these are people from Asia. This is people from South America all telling me the same thing. So, you know, take that what you will. I think that we are in bad shape. A lot of people are not. I can't believe people are still paying their rent. There's some people that are like able to do it.
But for how long?
Yeah.
You see, that's the real question. The system is so crazy where they want you to use all your life savings to stay afloat, and you don't know how long this shutdown is gonna be. Yeah. Is it gonna be prolonging? Like, we are really in trouble. Yeah. I don't care what side of the fence you're on.
Right.
Like, half the country cannot be running. If half don't want to wear a mask for whatever reason, we can't perform.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
And people are willing to put themselves at risk because they know I have kids, my kids to feed. Yeah. I have mortgage payments.
Yes.
Just keep it open. I'll wear that mask, right?
Yeah.
In downtown, a lot of those big tall buildings, they don't want to open because I'm pretty sure, I don't know, maybe someone can comment below. I'm pretty sure the company are going through a bunch of lawyers trying to find ways to not get sued if I open back the company so you can go in, right? Let's say we do the social distancing, offices here, but there's always that chance that someone gets sick and I get sued.
Yes.
And I think they're working the legalities on that because this is brand new.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you now, we were talking about Hollywood earlier.
Right.
I'm pretty sure now the insurance has to add like a little COVID claim clause in there saying, you know, because it's brand new, nobody knows.
Yeah.
The standard insurance will cover what if you get sick, fire, earthquake in LA, that, and now diseases.
Yeah, but this thing is crazy because it's so infectious. You know what I mean? Like one person can infect an entire office within minutes.
100%, man.
You know, and that's legit. That's not a lie. I mean, whether or not somebody dies is another thing, but they will be infected for sure.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
But yeah, you know, this thing is just it's just I'm dismayed.
Look, we went from, do you know somebody? I don't know somebody, right? To Tom Hanks. When Tom Hanks got it, like we were legitimately like said, oh shit, this shit's real because Tom Hanks doesn't lie.
No, dude, I know people. Like we were talking about it off air, but I know people that's got it now, legit, and it's concerning. You know, and I'm like, crap. You know, like I care about these people. You know, and you know, and what are you gonna do? You know, they caught it. You know, through no fault of their own, technically. I mean, what are they gonna do? Are they really gonna be isolated for like the next 3-4, you know, for 4 months, not go out ever? But you know, it's luck of the draw. You go out, and boom.
Yeah, right.
You run into somebody that's it. Like
Yeah.
that it could be just like that.
Just like that.
Well, in the
You know?
beginning, when people were still new about it, like we were all green, right? We didn't
Yeah.
know what's going on. They say,
Right.
stay in. America stayed in.
Yes.
But it's how we handle it after. Now
Yes.
people are like, fuck you. This is
Yeah.
fucking bullshit. I'm not
Yeah.
staying fucking in. Like,
Right.
nobody know, right? But in the beginning, I can say legitly, we all stayed the fuck home.
Yeah.
Like, we're like, yo. But as it played out, you know, the wheels fell off. And people are like,
right.
fucking Democrats.
Well, what are you gonna do, man? Like, you're telling people to stay in. You're not giving them money. You gave them $1,200.
Freaking joke, man.
You know,
what
like-
a freaking joke.
Like New Zealand gave their people $7,000 a month. I didn't realize.
Well,
that.
Canada gave them $8,000 stimulus. So
Right.
they froze their mortgages.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna clarify because someone called me out on Facebook.
Yeah.
Send me an article, and I went to the freaking Canada.
right,
like you know how we have the IRS.
Yes, yes.
Canada has their own. I go and it says they will freeze mortgages,
Okay.
meaning when we get this over,
Yeah, that's
it
when
will
you
just start
continue?
back normal.
Okay.
Not like what we're doing, backdating
Deferred,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference.
Yeah.
And they were giving them $2,000 a month stimulus.
That's
Right.
a lot.
So then the friend responded,
Not one time.
Would you rather take the 2,000
Yes.
or your unemployment of whatever number it was, like 3,000 something?
Yeah.
I said, but the unemployment in my mind, I haven't
Yeah.
responded. I'm thinking in my mind, I paid into that shit.
Yeah.
Right.
That's different from the
Yes,
stimulus.
I get you, I get
right?
you, yeah.
That's different from the stimulus. Now, if you got my thing is this. Thank God for the PUI, right? The pandemic, they give you extra 600.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel every American should get it. If you're working right now in the front line,
Yeah.
you should get it. Why?
Right.
Why give it to some and not all?
Yeah.
Like you're putting yourself
Right.
at risk too.
Right.
And imagine if you're in the front line, you're working, you get
Yes.
this extra boost. When we come out of it, you can actually be ahead.
Yeah.
Right.
Like whatever payment you have, you can actually be ahead. You can actually, but then I'm in the camp where I feel like they just want to keep us down. Give you enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
No,
that's
yeah,
it.
right. Yeah. I feel as though they're just giving you enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it sucks, but there's some people that have not worked and are getting it, and there's some people that have worked and not got it.
Yeah.
I know people that still haven't got it.
Well, check this out. People in the restaurants, right? The servers.
Wait. I'm sorry. Gotten what? The stimulus? or
Stimulus. Yeah, I know people that still haven't gotten stimulus, man.
Got it.
You know?
And the problem is with the government system because they're trying. But here's the problem.
Yeah.
A lot of workers don't want to go back to work because they're getting paid
Yep.
more to be at home.
True that. Yeah.
Yep.
And my argument
Right.
is this. Maybe it could be in our debate, but
Yes.
but let's say you qualify for the unemployment.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to work, let him work.
Right.
Let him work. Let him make more money.
Right.
You're already giving it to him. But why deduct your money? Like let's say if you go to work, you make 300 this week. We'll give you 800. We gotta take away 300. There's
Right.
no incentive.
Yeah.
You're gonna stay home, and then I had a friend that owns a restaurant, and he can't get his employees to come back.
Yeah.
He
because
can't
they're-
get him to come back to
Of
work
course. Yeah.
because they're thinking, why would I want to go back making nothing? I'm cool
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You'll
They're just
lose.
gonna wait for it to run out and then they go back.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
because like right now, man, like there's people that are doing all right. I've heard of people getting $1,200 a week. You know,
Off unemployment.
off unemployment.
1,200?
$1,200.
I
Yeah.
only made 480 so far
On unemployment,
from then until now. Yeah.
like a week or
Nope. Just one time.
payment.
Yeah, one payment. 480. That's it.
Oh man.
And I went on unemployment when we were doing the 3 months off. I mean, the temporary closure.
Oh man.
Now that it's closed again.
What's funny is obviously our government's just printing money at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But does anybody have a better solution?
Yeah. You know what? How about this?
Hey, my
How about-
solution, I got attacked. So let me give my solution. You can
Yeah.
piggyback. So my solution was freeze all payments as if it never happened. Right.
Some people are going through that with attorneys.
Yeah. So what I
Freeze
want.
or forgive.
Yeah. So my
Yeah.
thing was this: if it was my way,
Yeah.
freeze all payments, right? I'm talking about mortgage, just freeze it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And the government, and if you're a landlord, freeze his payment.
Yes.
That way he doesn't charge the tenant.
Yeah.
And then if we're gonna have to help out small businesses, help them out. Pay the landlord his missing rent.
Yeah.
So we can be in, and just give us food money, but lay out the plan.
Yeah.
America, this is what we're gonna do for the next 3 weeks. I'm gonna freeze all your payments. Don't worry, but I need you to stay in. Our front line, hey, I'm gonna give you that pandemic money too, because you're putting yourself at risk, and I want to show you my appreciation.
Yeah.
And this is a 3-week plan. There's no interstate crossing. I think that's the only way, but I mean, I'm glad to hear other ideas, man.
What they should have done was just told everybody, hey, you know what? We're gonna make you sit it out for 3 months. Fine. You know what? Everyone's bills are frozen. You know, everybody's bills are frozen for the time being. Nobody's getting evicted.
They sandbagged this, dude. It's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh wait. It's 4.
Yeah. Right,
it's the end of April. Then we went, and that's where all the bullshit came.
Yeah.
Because in the first 2 weeks, Jamie and Shawn, we all stayed in, man. We were with it.
Yeah.
But then the wheels fell off.
Yeah, man. And dude, like people get worried because like no income's coming in. Of course they're gonna get worried, man. Mm-hmm. You know, and like the government, like I realized had no plan for us. You know, like they didn't have a plan to like, hey, what would happen?
No, they had a plan. We just wasn't part of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to realize.
You know, it's like, hey, you know what? We're not going to give the average guy any money. Fuck him.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, really? Dude, these are people. These are the ones that are generating the tax revenue.
I wonder if it's because like they see Americans as like, we don't want to help these freaking non-whites, you know, like.
But white people are getting hurt too. White people are getting hurt too, man. Like all those southern states, got a like, you know, white folk.
Yeah.
Dude, they're hurting as well.
100%.
So I'm like, man, you know what? They had all our tax dollars were going nowhere. So all the tax dollars we were paying into amounted to nothing, right? Like it's all into salaries or all into like, you know, perks or stuff that we don't need from the government. And now look, now that we actually need the government to help us, nothing. Yeah. Other countries have been able to manage it a lot better than us.
Yeah.
South Korea, you know, New Zealand, Australia, France, even Italy. Italy at one point was like the epicenter, right?
Yeah.
I think they're open now. you know? What? Dude, really? Dude, I think Florida, you know, I like to call Florida my true home. I can't even go back to Florida because it's like the epicenter for COVID in the world right now. No one is listening in Florida.
No.
South Beach has implemented curfews at 8. 8 p.m. everybody got to be in. Period. In South Beach.
Okay, so it's a numbers thing, right? And we have to see as numbers. I was never a numbers guy, but this is where numbers make sense. If California got the same amount per day cases, so Florida got 15,300. If California got that, if LA got that number, I would say, well, 18 million people go through 15. That sounds about right to me.
Yeah.
And we're doing math. But if you're Florida, 15,300, the ratio is way higher.
It is.
Because they don't have the whole. I don't know how many population. We can probably Google it, but I'm gonna make an educated guess that all of Florida, the whole state, it's probably 18 million or less.
Right.
So that number is way too high.
I think Florida has like the third most electoral votes. So you could determine that, right? California has the most electoral votes because of it has most people.
Correct.
I think Florida is like the third. I think it's California, New York, and Florida, and then Texas. Something along those lines, you know. But right now, like you know, our team in Florida has advised me to stay in LA.
Right.
They've actually gone out. Like our employees in Florida right now, a lot of them have gone to other states to just hang out or stay with family.
But wasn't it like the hot state's supposed to like kill the virus? I mean,
not man. Nope.
Can did you hear that? They're like, when summer comes, it's gonna just go away.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And I feel like we just doubled the freaking number.
It seems like it increased, right? If anything, you know. I'm just like, God.
I'm hearing things that it's more contagious now.
But we knew that. We knew that in the beginning.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is this. We have other countries that got it really bad. Why can't we look up to them and say, what did you guys do to help?
Because we're Americans, man.
Why can't we do that? Like I feel like Americans are like, I'm American. This shit doesn't fucking hurt me. I'm bulletproof.
No, like Americans don't even think there's other countries a lot of the times. Like a lot of people don't even believe there's other countries out there, right? Like, who cares what happens in China or who cares what happens in Sweden, you know?
They don't know that it affects everybody, man.
Yeah, it's like, dude, like think globally, man, because this virus, it does not have borders.
I'm sure there's a lot of Americans that they don't even think Alaska's part of America.
Yeah, it's like, oh, tell me Alaska.
Like Alaska, is that America?
Yeah, tell me that. No, man, it's disheartening that like we're so divided over such a very simple issue.
Yeah.
Even our government, man, they could have solved this. Dude, we are the richest, most powerful country in the world, and we didn't have a solution for something so simple. We could do everything else, right? We could send motherfucker to the moon.
Right.
We can bring him back, right? We could go to Mars and explore the fucking, Martian planet. We could send cars up there.
Right.
And you couldn't solve a very simple virus that required people to stay home.
Right. Mismanagement.
Yeah, where's our priorities?
Yeah.
Other countries are doing it. Like, they're laughing at us, dude. Like, Jeremy, one of our guys, told me that in France, everything is normal again. You go out, you're able to go to restaurant, hotels, Airbnb is doing well.
You know what I hate, man? When people compare our country to another country, I'm like, listen, man, I've been to Sweden. They're way more healthier. I'm just gonna. So if the virus is attacking people with underlying conditions, I already knew we were in trouble. That's just that part. We are in trouble.
What happened with Sweden anyway, with the herd immunity and stuff?
Well, they actually believe like we all need to get it.
Okay.
And whatever and I'm gonna paraphrase it, but basically their idea was we're all gonna get it eventually, so let's just get it now.
Yeah.
And let's see what happens, right?
Right.
But what Americans don't know is Swedish and just most Europeans, they eat healthier.
Yeah.
They walk more. They're just healthier, right? In America, man, I'm considered like scrawny.
Yeah, I get you.
I leave America, I'm normal.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'll give you another example. You go to China, it's like, I have to wear like XXX large. Okay? Right?
Yeah,
so, and in America, like we have like extra large, extra large, triple extra large, and then we have, oh my God. That's the sizes we have here.
Yeah.
We're bad, man. We're bad, and I'm not talking shit. I'm just calling how I see it.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I have friends in...
I love to eat, but shit.
I have friends in Asia that they don't understand, and the people in this country don't understand why Americans haven't revolted because of the food they give us here is like basically injected with hormones and chemicals. They're like,
that,
you know what? Like, why haven't Americans gone crazy? Because they're being poisoned by their own government.
When I try to explain the hormones, I said, when they inject that chicken, I forgot how many weeks. I think it was like 6 weeks. It's full grown.
Yeah.
A baby chick to a full grown. It's like 6 to 8 weeks. It's rated. It's full.
Right.
And I tell people, when I growing up in elementary, I maybe know like 2 people that were overweight. My classmates.
Yeah.
They were just overweight. I drop off my nephew and niece at their school.
Yeah. A lot.
I'm scared, man. I'm sad. I'm sad for them because I know how mean we are to each other in middle school and high school. The name calling, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So when I hear shootings, like a kid comes and shoots the whole campus up, it's because I know how mean we are to each other.
Of course.
Americans, like we're so mean, and to prove this, just look at any Twitter feed, YouTube feed, like where they comment. We're so malicious towards each other.
Yeah, man.
No wonder there's that one person that he just lost it.
Yeah.
He couldn't keep his cool no more. He couldn't, right? They teased him and he broke.
Well, like, that's America for you. It's America's always been kill or be killed.
Yeah.
Like, America's always had that
It's
attitude.
all about
of,
the money.
Yeah, the strongest survive. Yeah.
When I heard about McDonald's having salad on their menu, I was like, wow. There was that time where that movie
Super Size Me.
Super
I know what
Size
you're
Me.
talking about, yeah.
During that time,
Dude, I woke up.
yeah,
It was scary, man.
during that time, that was when there was some sort of a health revolution going on. That's when McDonald's had salads, and I don't know who else. I don't know what other fast food restaurants jumped on that, but for McDonald's to change their menu,
Yeah. Because of the documentary.
that was
something Murdoch, the guy that did it. He also changed it where McDonald's now will tell you how many calories.
Yeah.
He changed that
right.
McDonald's culture.
Right. It's just kind of like a package of cigarettes. In the U.S., everything looks nice.
Yeah.
When you go to Asia,
You roll that shit yourself.
no. Like in Asia, the package has a picture of all kinds of rotted teeth.
Yeah,
And
you're right.
cancer.
You're totally right.
So the user could actually see this is what it's gonna do to you.
In Europe, dude, you buy a pack of Marlboros and it'll say this causes cancer, like huge.
Yeah. Right.
Huge.
Right. Right. People still, of course, they use it, but it took a long, it was a big deal for that to be on that package.
Yeah.
Dude, in Philippines, they have it. They'll show the most grotesque picture of something.
Yeah, right.
And people still do it. They're like, oh, whatever.
Right. But you know how much somebody went, like, it was a big deal for them to even get that on the, get that picture on there.
Yeah. No, but here we don't care. Like, I think that, if,
Here's YOLO.
If the U.S. really cared about its citizens, they wouldn't be selling cigarettes would be illegal.
Right now, capitalist country, again, with that, the health revolution, as you were saying, people do need to get together and do this, but everyone's too involved watching TV and everything else. That's not the concern. Even though it's a major concern for the future, they're too interested in social media and everything that's entertaining to them. They don't think about all the hormones and all the crap that they're actually consuming, and it's legal. It's approved.
Yeah.
But it's horrible.
Well, have you seen when they inject like a chicken leg with like this liquid and you inject it and it just grows?
Yeah.
I've seen
like
it.
a cartoon?
I've seen it.
That's crazy.
Because of the internet, there's a lot of people that worked at fast food and other places or whatever, farms that have chicken, pigs, all that good stuff. And then they go in there and they expose everything. There's videos of it, like a live leak or something.
Yeah.
There's a lot of videos out there, and it's like you start questioning, like, what the hell am I putting into my body?
No, really. Yeah.
It's that bad.
Well, American chickens apparently like are built like Americans, right? They're big, right?
Yeah, right.
Because in
right.
other countries, a chicken's a bird and it's thin.
Very
Dude,
thin.
here in the U.S., a chicken is like bulky. It looks like a little ball.
And it can't walk.
Yeah, it can't.
And it can't walk.
It can't walk, and starting looking like a lot of Americans do.
Yeah.
First time I went to Thailand, I saw a chicken. I was like, "That's not a chicken.
Yeah.
That's like half a chicken.
Hey,
where's the rest?"
let me tell you a
didn't
funny story, dude.
I didn't know.
First time I
At
went
the
to
time.
Cambodia, I saw a cow. That's not a fucking cow.
Yeah.
It's the size of a freaking.
Yeah.
Our cows are huge, bro.
Oh, man, yeah.
Huge, man.
Right.
Yeah. Well, dude, like in the countries I've been to, the cows like are fairly trim. I wouldn't say that they're skinny.
Mm-hmm.
They're a cow. No, they're like a cow.
They're trim. They walk around all day. They're an animal.
Yeah.
But the cows in America are just you can see it.
Hormones, man.
Yeah, dude. And I know this. People know this too. You are what you eat. So if they're injecting that hormone so the cow can grow bigger, that's why people are overweight. We're getting bigger too.
Yes.
And people don't realize that because there's so many great documentaries on Netflix where they were comparing food is like a drug.
Yeah.
It treats the brain chemicals.
Yes.
It sees it the same.
Yes.
It's like this an addiction.
Yeah.
And when you're eating these chemical foods, I kind of believe it because as an American, I try to finish that big ass plate they give me.
Yeah.
Like I try. Like
Yes.
I'm like, I'm fucking full, but I need to finish that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, am I the only one who eats like that?
No. And
Like,
well,
our portion is like family-sized portion.
I grew up eating at buffets all the time. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
But we can joke around and admit it, and I admit, like,
Yeah.
I want to stuff. Like, there's full, comfortable food, and there's like, I'm fucking stuffed. My stomach's
Yeah.
hurting, but I need to finish that.
Yeah, right.
Or my mom's gonna beat me up.
dude, in the 80s, it was normal for like a family to take their children to McDonald's, and that was their dinner. It was like, yeah.
Food
we're
was
going to
actually better
McDonald's.
back then
Oh,
also.
100%, dude. 100%.
Yeah.
Food was better because we just look at pictures. Americans in the 60s, 70s, they were all thin, dude.
You know how I could tell was if you look at the way the cars were built, right back then. The cars, even though they're family-sized cars, the chairs were smaller. They built it for like the average size American at the time.
At the time, yeah.
Now, like the average size American like has to have SUV. You have to have something huge because like an original Ford Model T, it looks like it's built for a child. And now like there's some people that have a hard time getting into full-size SUV.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not big enough.
Right.
I need more space. Dude, how much more do you need?
Right.
And granted, there are some people that are just naturally bigger. I get that, but on average, we've definitely you know, and this is not an evolution thing. We have not evolved to be bigger.
Yes.
It's a man-made, engineered thing where.
Can we
we're
just
bigger.
agree that as humans, we're not supposed to look like that?
True.
No.
Like, can we, you know, like we're not supposed to look like that.
Yeah.
I think.
You should be able to walk at least, right? It'd be the minimum. And
Well, look, if you're like, I'm reaching 40, and I know 40-year-olds that can't walk no more. Like, they ate themselves until they can't walk no more.
Right.
And we're not supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
You know, you're supposed to be like cool until you're like 60. You know what I mean? Just man, because you go to Asia, Japan, grandma's 70s riding bicycle.
85 years old, he's still working.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True
yeah.
that.
No, real talk. And then in America, dude, they're done, dude. Our old people are.
Dude, in America, 45, you're considered like, oh man, this dude, it's past his prime, man. He needs to retire at 45. He
dude.
needs to go.
Needs to
You
go.
know?
Right.
In Asia, like, you know, at you're 60, you're still considered like, you know, hey, you know, are you going to be at work tomorrow? It's like you're still considered healthy, you know, like it's just crazy.
Right.
You know how culturally different we are. I think it's because we're so isolated. We're so big and so isolated from the rest of the world. Because the rest of the world, people travel between countries more frequently.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that had a startling statistic where, like, it's like 1 in 10 U.S. citizens have passports.
Yeah,
Something like
and how many of that citizens actually use it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys have traveled outside.
I don't know of any other way.
No,
I've
no, no.
always,
But
yeah.
it made us a better person.
Yeah.
Like,
changes you.
I'm born and raised in LA.
Yeah.
And I love my country and I love my city,
Yeah.
right? And then when you travel, you're like, fuck, we're not perfect.
No.
Yeah. Nobody is.
But you become a better person
Yeah.
traveling.
Right.
And I think that's why the Europeans, it's in their blood.
Yeah.
They always travel. So their worldviews, it's more, right?
Well-rounded. Yeah.
Well-rounded. And well, Americans, like, we sit here and believe we are the best,
Yeah.
but we don't know what's out there.
Yeah.
Right.
Nor do we care,
Yeah.
right? We don't care.
Yeah.
And the world's catching up, dude.
Yeah.
then some.
Definitely.
Can you agree?
Then some.
Like, if you're talking
I
about
agree. Yeah.
sports, you're talking about science, math, the world's catching up. America, we gotta wake up, man. They're
Yeah.
catching up. We don't have the advantage. The only advantage we have right now is if we go to war, we just got bigger missiles.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and like
For now.
I think that's
For
why the people in power know that that's where they invest in, because like that really is our only strategic advantage, right? Is our military. Aside from that, like if you look at everything else, there's a lot of countries that can equal us or beat us, as far as education, healthcare,
Yeah, right.
legal systems, quality of life, especially quality of life. There's some Americans that are basically living third world status,
Yeah. Yeah.
in this country.
Bro,
You know?
just look at our airports. You travel enough.
Yeah.
I remember going to Thailand. The airport is like freaking nice, right?
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
here in LAX, like, why America? Can't we just have nice roads? Like,
Yeah.
come
Right.
on, man.
Right.
Right?
The money's going somewhere.
LAX definitely needs to be renovated. I mean, that thing is like old, it's beaten down,
Well, someone said that it's because we invested so much in our military protecting the world that we kind of forgot about home.
Well, can't we at least like spend a billion, just take it away from the military for a second? I'm not even saying permanently, just maybe take that money and invest in our own infrastructure.
Are you promoting defund the military?
Yeah, like now I'm un-American. Oh, you want to take money from the military? No, what I want is I want to have accountability for the money. Like I'm sure that there's dude, with a budget that big, that there's gonna be shit that you could cut from, right? There's gonna be mistakes that you could cut from, so long as you analyze it and go, okay, not a big deal. We'll cut that. We'll redistribute it someplace else.
If you look at the chart of military spending, it's like,
More than half, man.
yeah, dude.
Education on a pie chart looks like this. It looks like a sliver.
Right.
Our public schools are terrible.
They don't want smart people, man. Smart people think.
You know
True
what?
that.
That's true.
You can't control smart people. He'll be like, I'll figure out a way to survive.
Yeah.
I'll make it work.
Yeah.
But if you're not intelligent, you're just like, I need help.
Well, you know what? A lot of people now, and I'm not gonna get racial, but there's a lot of Asian kids that have grown into Asian adults here in America.
Mm-hmm.
They were brought to this country. They learned the system here. They grew up, have gone back to Asia, and become successful. I know a couple
Yeah.
guys that have gone back.
Yeah.
And were America was great, but I think I'm going to go back to where I'm from and
True.
have flourished.
Well, that's what's really happening. Okay, so I hate when people say, the system in America is not working. there's a good system, but you have to educate yourself. You have to go to school. I understand school's not for everybody, but there's a good system out there. We don't want that system.
Yeah.
And other countries, however successful they are, they're successful because they're sending their kids to USC, Harvard.
Yes.
They're getting all the good information, and then when their kids go back to their country, they're running shit.
Yes, yeah.
Because the degree here holds a lot of weight. When they go back, they're like walking like you're a stud.
Yeah, right.
And they're taking all. And America is it's a great country when it comes to information. Whatever you can learn here, it's almost like you can't do anywhere else. But that's slowly changing.
It is, yeah.
I always tell people, smart companies, man, you got to see it like a soccer team. We don't care what country you're from. We want the best.
Yeah.
Right.
That's like the soccer, right?
Yeah.
Companies, I want to imagine they're the same way. Jaime, if the guy's good, it doesn't matter where he's from.
No.
You want him in your team, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
But Americans don't think like that. They feel like because I'm American, I should have that job.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think if I was a business person, I want the person that can best do the job.
Right.
Women, female, it don't matter. If you can do it, you got the job, man.
Green is green, man, when it comes to business. Like, whoever can do the job and make the most money, green is green, man. That's the only color that discriminates. The more green here in America, the better.
Yeah.
Because we have 50 states, right? And why is California having all the industry? Why can't Oklahoma? Why can't Google be out there? Why? Right? Why? Can they not?
Yeah.
Can they just open a new city? If Facebook and Google wanted to go to Montana and said, well, this is going to be the new city.
Right.
I think they can do it.
They could do it. Absolutely.
They can build a whole city if they wanted to.
Right.
But why don't they? I think because there's laws out there, or maybe people out there like, I don't want like new people in my city.
Well, a lot of it is taxes. Like, taxes are, well, actually, for me, I don't know why anybody would start a business in California, right? It seems more advantageous to be elsewhere.
Texas.
But also, the other issue is that some of these places, like, there's not the population that you could draw employees from. If it's a state that doesn't have a lot of people, then how are you going to get your employees? That's another issue.
People will come, dude. If Google open or Tesla, whatever, open a factory somewhere in Oklahoma, and they're going to give you a signing bonus, and they're going to pay you $70,000 a year, you're going to go.
Plus
you think about it. You'll be like, I love LA, dude. But fuck. I can have 2 acres, man.
Right.
And I could put my kids here.
Yeah.
I think that holds a lot of clout, right?
It does. But there's definitely something we're missing, right? Like like for example, like Elon Musk threatened to go to Texas, and then all of a sudden he stopped. I'm sure they must have given him something, man. Like, hey, dude, don't, dude. Hey. Elon, just be cool, man. Be cool. Be cool, dude. Like, what you need?
Right.
Don't go nowhere. What you need, man? All
right, we got incentives for you.
Yeah,
dude.
We got you, dude.
Sure, dude.
You don't want to pay taxes? All right. You don't want to pay taxes for the rest of your life? Okay, it's cool. Just keep your company here.
Right.
Stuff like that happens behind the scenes, man.
Because nobody in this room right now can deny that America, there's nothing we can't do. There's nothing we can't do. Right? If we want it enough, there's nothing we can do. Am I right?
No, America, when it puts its mind to it, traditionally can do anything.
For sure, man.
But why can't we put our mind to this simple virus? That to me is the weird part. Like we're so divided over something very simple.
Yeah.
Right? I think this is actually simpler than sending a man to the moon or developing the latest, greatest technology as far as military is concerned. Stay home, right? We can't come up with a solution for that.
Right.
And it's disconcerting. Yeah. That is where we're at. Oh my God.
But the way we sound, freaking liberals.
Oh no, dude! These guys
you're a fucking liberal.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So what? My position has always been, look, we could fight about labels later.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's get through the problem first, like Americans.
Yeah.
And then after the problem is done, you could call me liberal. I could call you conservatard. I could call you whatever the hell I want. You call me whatever you want. After that, we could fight about that. But at the moment, people are dying in our own country.
Yeah.
Let's solve it first because we're Americans, and then after that, let's fight.
Yeah.
But right now, it's not a good time for it.
Because
You know?
eventually, someone we know that's gonna be really close to us might not make it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel it's coming. The dominoes are starting to fall. Like now, you know people like you legitly know.
Yeah, legit. They showed me the results. Hey, boss, I'm COVID positive.
Yeah.
Shit.
And you have a
You
heart
know?
for them because
Yeah.
I don't think that anyone out there like doesn't care. You know, like we all care.
Yeah.
And my question is, who needs to have it for you to wake up? Forget the political side right now. It doesn't freaking matter. Someone told me this freaking a theory. She said, watch, after November, after election, it's just gonna go away.
I can see that.
And
I
I'm
heard
thinking,
that one too.
I'm like, are you fucking stupid?
No, I can see that for sure. Legit. I can see that. You know, because like it could be potentially. You know, or they'll minimize it. They'll
Yeah.
minimize the
There was
media
no talk
coverage of it.
about COVID during the protests as much.
Well, we all know the news have their hidden agenda,
Yeah, of
dude.
course,
All
yeah.
fucking news. But what I'm saying is, so November is just gonna disappear. I don't think so, man, because like we talk about, we know it's real. We know, not everyone is gonna die. Because God forbid if 30% people die, trust me, you stay the fuck home.
30%, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, 1 in 30%.
Yeah, you stay the fuck home. No, I'm saying
Three people out of 10.
no, if it was
Right,
that, yeah,
that's a lot.
no, if it was that severe, we all be home right now, dude.
Yeah.
We all be Skyping right now.
Yeah.
No, if it was that real, like your kids are not gonna go to school.
And then the government still makes you pay your rent.
Oh yeah, for sure. No,
Hey, pay your rent anyway. I don't care.
your landlord make you pay your rent.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, your landlord make you pay
You know,
your rent.
your credit card companies. Hey, you know what? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Pay it. Car payment, pay it. Don't give a fuck. You know, that's their attitude, man. It's just like,
No, because I don't want to see our country where people are losing their houses. You've been paying your house for 25 years, and
Yeah.
because of this bullshit,
Yeah.
And what the problem, a lot of people are getting upset is because you don't have a choice. America, we grew up believing, knowing we have choices. Like there's always a choice for us. That's why we're Americans, right?
That's a great point.
But
this time you don't have a choice.
But this time we're all upset because you shut us down. We understand the problem, but there's bills we have to take care of, and you're not addressing that problem.
Right.
So you're putting us at risk. Like, if you have family and kids, you're thinking, listen, I'd rather wear a mask and risk myself, but my family ain't starving.
Right.
Because at 1,200, I'd rather get spit on the face, dude. I think that feels better. I feel like that feels better, dude.
Yeah.
Because we don't have choices. And the flip side of this, that's why you see people complaining about masks, because they have a choice.
Yeah.
In Colombia, soldiers are in your house. You don't fucking leave, dude.
Dude, in India, they're beating you. Like, if you get caught out in the street, they start hitting you with sticks.
Yeah, dude, you don't fucking leave.
I heard Russia was letting loose lions and tigers and stuff.
hey, you know what? But you
At the
don't
beginning,
you don't
yeah.
leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, when all this was happening, people were like, "Oh shit, martial law." Fuck. I've been hearing that shit for so long. I kind of want to see it happen. you know?
Right.
Like, I want to see that. Like, I want to see it. Like, bring it on. Like, at this point, 2020, anything's possible, dude.
Oh man, this year has been horrendous.
Yeah, anything's
You know?
possible, man.
Kobe died, and you know what it is? Like, I've heard that, like, someone say, "Hey, Kobe was the glue that was holding the world together."
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, right, when Kobe died, the
Everything
whole
went
world
to shit.
went to shit.
Yeah.
Kobe, COVID, I don't know.
It all went to shit after he died, man. We're like, damn, you know, fuck. But you know, I think we'll pull through next year. The Rose Bowl, I think, Rose Parade has been canceled already.
Really?
Yeah, and
Wow.
that's in January.
Trip on this, dude. We all forgot the Olympics should be happening right now.
Is it?
Yeah,
It
the
got
Olympics.
pushed back to 20,
I know, but
21,
right
yeah.
now, no one's talking about it. But the Olympics should have been going on right now.
Too many things
We-
going
we
on to
should have
talk
been-
about the Olympics.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but my point is this.
Yeah, it should have been
because COVID is a global thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're treating it as like just our problem. Who cares about the rest of the world?
Mm-hmm.
We need to look outward and see how the world's handling it.
Yeah.
And if we all can agree Like we have this special holiday for our next 3 weeks. The whole world's gonna get in together. Doesn't matter where you're from. We're gonna stay in. No one's traveling. We're not doing interstate traveling. We're just gonna stay in. I think we can eliminate it, but that's not gonna happen, of course. But in theory,
well, the big thing is because of the bills.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's a huge.
But if we
huge
had
factor.
a global like
a pause.
Yeah, like a global not celebration.
Moratorium.
Yeah, just like we're all gonna do it because it's for the human
race.
Yeah, like we all do it. Nobody leaves, and it's gonna be a celebration of life, and we just stay in. Here's the money. Let's eat. Stay in. Go buy your grocery shopping, whatever.
Right.
But let's all stay in. No one's traveling. We just gotta run a tight ship. If the whole country just does it, the world, it'd be awesome to see because we could do it.
Yeah.
3 more weeks ain't gonna kill us.
Of course.
At this point.
Yeah, I think 3 weeks was what they were saying that it would kill the virus if we all just stayed in.
But we were mobilizing.
Yeah.
We were still moving around. That's not gonna stop it.
No.
Because the virus can only be spread through people.
Yeah.
If people don't move, the virus doesn't move.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we do know. So I don't know, man. I mean, like I said,
is it free to take the virus test right now?
Go to Dodger Stadium. It's free.
Where?
Dodger Stadium.
Dodger Stadium.
Free COVID test. You go.
Is the line fucking hella long or was it?
Man,
I've seen those lines get longer and longer.
I'm afraid to go because what if they give me the swab and it's the wrong one, dude?
Well, like what if you get it there? You know, like
Well, okay,
right?
see it this way.
Yeah.
They're wearing their suits.
Yes.
But they're in contact with a bunch of people.
Yes.
So, I mean, they come up to me, a little wind blows in me. I don't freaking know.
Yeah, especially when it's like crowded like that.
Right? I don't know. I'm gonna take care of me, and if I'm not sick, I'm gonna stay away.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna do my part.
Yeah.
I'll put on the mask. It's all good.
Right.
But I'm not gonna go wait in that line, dude. Like, here's a swab. Like, yo.
I heard LabCorp has like the one that they send to your house.
I'd rather do that one, dude. But at the same time, man, as much as I want to know if I had, I want, look, what will make my day is I take the test and it says I got the antibody.
Yeah.
I feel like I won.
Right.
Like I feel like I got a second chance. But at the same time, why would you take it if you're not feeling symptoms, right?
Yeah.
At that point, I just feel like I'm just gonna wear my mask, protect me and protect whoever I'm in contact with. I feel like that's my fiduciary duty to
Have you guys taken the test yet?
No.
I mean, no. Okay. I've taken it twice, just for the hell of it.
Where?
The first one was Hanson Dam.
Oh shit, in the valley.
Yeah, I have a friend
Was
who
it
knows
free?
a doctor. It was free.
Okay.
I have a friend who knows a doctor. I just got.
How did they do it? What's the procedure? Is it painful?
No,
What?
not at all. It was the cotton swab in the mouth, and they emailed me the results. And then the other
How many days?
I don't know, 3-4 days or something. Maybe 2 days. I don't remember.
So why did you take it twice?
I could. I'm actually training somebody, and they wanted me to get it done.
Okay.
They didn't want me to get it done. They just they said, "Hey, we're gonna get it done for the what do you call it? Like whoever works with us, and you can come by if you want."
Cool.
And I said, "Yeah, why not?" Sure. So I did it. Like a nurse came, and there was like maybe 6 or 7 people, and I was like, "Yeah, cool."
Flying colors.
Flying colors. It took like like that's the prick test. They prick your finger. They check the blood. 20 minutes, and that's it. And I was good to go.
Did you feel a sense of relief? Like, yeah. Okay.
I didn't feel like I had it anyway.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, like, if it's as crazy as they project it or they're saying it is, you'll feel like you have it. And a couple of people I know that are asymptomatic, they took the test because somebody close by was like either a nurse or who work in the front lines, and I think they found out they had it, so they felt like they needed to get tested. So they were positive and they were asymptomatic, and but they're fine now. So it's just a strange thing.
Well, with that being said, such a great podcast today. And
Great show.
Shawn, honor and pleasure to meet you, brother, and your insight. Jamie will have the links below where they can get all Shawn's information and his where he teaches, right?
Yeah. So we'll forward all that information and make sure that you get your shout out, your props.
Right.
And for our fans, man, who stuck with us from the beginning, and I don't know, I gotta say this, Jamie, our subscriber group is growing, dude.
Yeah, man.
Slowly but surely it's growing.
Yeah.
And I'm excited, man, because every episode is special because you learn something. Just the guests, man. Everyone comes from every walks of life, and this it's just an honor and pleasure and because of your idea, Jamie, this is happening, man.
No, and you know what? Selfishly for me, it's not so much that I just want to remember my friends. Because how when you grow older, you always go, hey, you know what? I wish I took more pictures.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, this is me taking more pictures. So this is what it's for. We're only here for a certain amount of time. That's what I realized with COVID, right? And in the future, I'd like to be able to look at something, and remember, right? And because life is too short.
Yeah.
So, this is a labor of love, and if you notice, everyone that's been on has been part of our family. It's been
I noticed that. Yeah. So
that's what it was intended for.
Right, man. So we're gonna end this up. We'll see you guys on the next show.
All right on.